Hello, Africa. My name is Eunice Tornyi, and this is eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. It is that show that tackles issues pertaining to women as they contribute to national development. And it's also a Women's Day. Wednesdays are celebrated across social medias, to respect women and champion women who you are crushing on. I keep reminding you to talk to that particular woman it is that has done something really wonderful in your life and make her feel good every Wednesday. So just before we get on to the African Women's Voices show, I'll be very happy to get to see all your messages and all the wonderful things you did for the women you're crushing on. Anyway, you're also welcome to the month of September, and September is coming with a lot of good things. A lot of people believe that the 9th month of the year is when people begin to give birth. No, 9 represents giving birth because babies are carried after 9 months. So we want to say, yes, we're going to be giving birth to a lot of beautiful things. Those ideas that have been inside of you, you're going to birth them. That employment you were looking for, you're going to birth it. That baby you're actually looking for, don't worry. This particular month is going to be a beautiful one for you. We believe that good things will happen to you, and you tell us the story about how you had to birth this beautiful baby that was conceived in the month of September. So if you're a September born, we want to say a very big happy birthday in advance to you, because we know very well that your month comes with a lot of goodies. I'm not a September born anyway, but I still appreciate those who are born in September. However, you are seeing us here today having our conversation because some sponsors actually made our time and put in resources to ensure that we get to meet with you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And usually first on the list is my hydration partner, Voltic. Do not say water, say Voltic whenever you need to hydrate yourself. And today we are going to be talking about something that is going to reveal to us that Voltic is really essential for you. You need to take in a lot of water to be able to do certain things, for you to be able to function better. So if you have not decided to make Voltic your partner, you need to do that now. And Awos Hair, I want to say a very big thank you to you. You're really making me look Ghanaian this particular day. Thank you so much, Awos Hair. You can locate her on Instagram. That's where you find Awos Hair, and then you get to see all the beautiful hair pieces that she provides for people. What I like about Awos Hair is the fact that if you get your hair there, be sure it's original. It's not those kind of hair you see online and you're not so sure if what will be delivered will be the same thing. With Awos Hair, when she gets you what you need for your hair, it will be exactly as you want it. So just look out for her, okay? All right. I'll Be Bite Catering Services also has ensured that we all are refreshed every Wednesday when we come here. She's good when it comes to local and continental dishes. Do you want fruit juices? Do you want cakes? Wow, her cakes are lovely and they are to die for. If you have not patronized I'll Be Bite Catering Services, I would really impressed upon you to get to look for her also on Instagram. Get in touch with her. What is your budget? Do you think that is going to be too expensive? With I'll Be Bite, she'll be able to make a tailor-made costing for you to be able to have that party, ceremony, name, whatever it is. She's going to help you in terms of refreshment. So I'll Be Bite Catering Services should be your next stop whenever you think of what you're going to be eating. I am so excited today because we have another sponsor who has been added to our beautiful family. And this is no other than Sankofa. Sankofa Spices has got various variants. And if you have not tried Sankofa, well, I want to tell you something about Sankofa. Sankofa is actually made of natural herbs and spices. Very, very natural. And the reason why I'm emphasizing on natural is because this is our Made in Ghana month. If you have been following GMABC, that is Global Media Alliance Broadcasting Corporation, you would have noticed that yesterday we actually launched our Made in Ghana month. So the entire month of September, we are going to be educating you about things made in Ghana. And if you notice, everything here that has been sponsoring us, every product here is proudly made in Ghana. Sankofa is proudly made in Ghana, and the products or the items, the ingredients that have been put together to produce Sankofa are all those herbs that we find around us. I'm going to give you much more details about Sankofa spices in the course of the program. Okay, so please, whenever you're thinking spices and herbs, do not look away or look further. Just ask for Sankofa. And Sankofa simply means let us go back. What are we going back to? We are going back to our roots. Go back to Sankofa. Sankofa, they also go back to the way we used to prepare our foods with our local herbs. Thank you so much, all our sponsors. And if you're watching me right now and you still want to come on board, let us know. We definitely will open our doors to you. And how would I not talk about the #1 pepper sauce? Chana Sheto. You know, the beautiful thing about African Women's Voices show is that we give you a complete combo. Okay, so let's say that Albi Bites prepares that pastry or that food for you using the spices, the #1 spices in Ghana, that is Sankofa, which makes the food very, very tasty. And then when the food is served, it will just go with our Chana Sheto, the #1 pepper sauce. And when you're about to consume this food, you need to wash it down with the right water, and that is Voltic. So when we come back, we're going to be introducing our guests for the show as well as the topic, and I'll tell you more about Sankofa that is going to be bringing about a lot of revelations to us about stuff we never knew about made in Ghana products. But first, I'd like us to go over to the 60 seconds update segment where we get to hear about what's happening around the world and in Ghana concerning women. Do stay tuned.
Kenyan TV anchor Victoria Rubadiri has won the 2020 BBC World News Komla Dumo Award. Rubadiri is a presenter with Citizen TV in Kenya, where she hosts the channel's primetime shows. The award was created to honor Komla Dumo, a presenter for the BBC World News who died suddenly in 2014. Rubadiri is the 6th winner of the award and also the 2nd Kenyan to receive the award. She will begin her 3-month placement at the BBC by attending a training course with the BBC Academy before joining the BBC News team across TV, radio and online. She stated, "I am excited at the prospect of learning new skills at the BBC to be able to connect with audiences locally, regionally and internationally, no matter the platform the story is being told." Jamie Angus, director of BBC World Service Group, said, "We are delighted to have Victoria on board to bring her insights and passion to BBC." Lara Foundation, a non-profit organization founded in loving memory of businesswoman and philanthropist Leila Abubakar Ali, is set to launch. Hajia Leila Abubakar, born on February 22, 1962 and died on March 25, 2020, aged 58. The mission of the foundation is to spread love and philanthropy towards particularly the underprivileged. It seeks to aid street children, orphans, the poor, and the needy. According to the founder, the foundation has been established on the principles and values of what the disease stood for. Hajia Leila Abubakar was an assertive, selfless, and a very generous person who spread love wherever she found herself. Co-founder Mr. Abubakar Ali said, "Lara Foundation has come to stay and all helping hands are welcomed to push Hajia Leila Abubakar Ali's vision of helping people in need." Ghanaian singer-songwriter Ethel Esi Eshon, popularly known as Queen Eshon, has asked her colleague females to walk out of verbally and abusive relationships. She says, "People should have the courage and strength to walk out of verbally and physically abusive relationship that threatens their peace of mind, health, and life, especially when all efforts to remedy the abuse proves futile." Speaking about her new song, Handcuff, she explained that just like the song, she is not promoting and encouraging divorce, but clearly claims to achieve a change of heart in people that are chained to their abusive relationships. She is therefore encouraging not only women but the general public, especially the youth, not to unnecessarily endure relationships that threaten their life and psychological well-being. She made this clear on eTVGhana's late-night celebrity show.
And you're welcome back to the eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. If you just joined us, well, you haven't missed much. We're about to go into the conversation for today. So earlier on social media, we asked questions around detoxifying yourself. So people were beginning to give me, their feedbacks about detox. Some felt detox was bad. Some felt it was something that was injurious to their health. Some also felt that it was for the wealthy and people of class. We got various perspectives around getting yourself, a detox. But today we had to go around and look for a wellness coach who actually understands what it means to get a detox. So she's going to be explaining to us whether the fears or the things that have been said out there around getting a detox is actually valid, or if there's something we could do to improve or get it better, or to get us to be able to, experience a better living. She's going to be telling us all about that right now. So I'm not going to speak so much. I'm going to be introducing her right now. She is Miss Abba Isuman, our wellness coach. You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Tornyi.
Thank you, too, for being with us on the show. Even within a very short notice, you still made time to come and be with us. We really appreciate it. Okay, so when we say you are a wellness coach, what does it mean if you're a wellness coach? Just for the purposes of people who don't really understand what it means for somebody to be a wellness coach.
Well, basically, a wellness coach helps people to, especially clients, to improve their health. And most wellness coaches are certified. We have programs that we follow. We help people one-on-one to improve, to make lifestyle choices that would actually help them to have a much better standard of living.
Okay. So when you say lifestyle choices, it means that a lot of things that influence our well-being has to do with the kind of lifestyle we exhibit from childhood and then till the time, we join our ancestors. So whatever choices we make have an impact on what becomes of us, right? That's what it means.
That's absolutely
And then
correct.
the wellness coach is one who is going to help us to be able to make sure that we are on the right lane. Okay. All right. Okay. So we want to talk about a topic that somehow we do not have people talking so much about. It has to do with why we need to detox. Because sometimes the word itself actually seems or sounds bougie and makes it appear like, okay, when we say detox, we're looking at something that happens in the Bahamas, something that happens outside of the country, something that can never be close to you. It is for some kind of people. Is that actually what it means to, is that what detox is? Tell us what it means to get a detox.
Well, thank you for the question. Basically, a detox is a shortened name for detoxification, and it's something that anybody could do. Okay. I wanted to demystify it because most people think that it's only the rich people who can do it. But there are so many methods that we can actually explore because you can do so many of them at home. The main thing about detox is that it's a process of removing toxins from your body so they can improve your general health.
Okay, removing toxins from your body. So where did they come from? These toxins you're talking about, where did they come from?
Well, the toxins could have been ingested. Okay. When I say ingested, it means you would have eaten them, maybe from having processed foods or from our cosmetics that we're using, or even perfumes. There could be chemicals in the cosmetics that we use, or even chemicals also from household cleaning equipment and household detergents as well. Okay,
so part of these toxins could also be in the air. So yes. Sometimes when you find yourself in a place that is not well kept, so it means that there could be toxins around there too that could, okay.
Or so even from exhaust gases from cars.
From cars as well.
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes we hear about people having to place onion or garlic, in certain corners of their homes because they believe that it's got certain ingredients or components that will get to, get the bacteria off the air. You've heard about that?
Yes, I have.
And do you think it's something that is right to do?
It does help, especially when people have problems with colds and recurrent feverish conditions. It helps to cleanse the air.
It helps to cleanse the air.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I mean, this is the season of onions. So if you used to keep onions only in your storeroom, Abba Isuman is saying that you could also use onions for other things. So just cut them up and place them in vantage positions in your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your hall, in places people will not get to see. But what about the smell? Would it take over the room, or you not even feel that it smells there?
It would take over the room, but later on, as it gets blackened, you take it out and throw it into the trash.
Okay, all right. And then you get to breathe in fresh air. Sometimes people also say they go to the beach to be able to take in the air there because it's therapeutic at the beach. So is that something you also advise?
Oh, yes, it's good. It's good to have a lot of fresh air.
Okay.
Especially early in the mornings.
Especially early in the morning.
Yes, it is.
Oh. I'm coming to ask an interesting question, and I have to prepare myself very well about this. So, I was talking about the natural ways people have tried to get, bacteria or germs off the atmosphere by the onion thing I talked about, and some people having to go to the beach and all of that. We also have certain people of certain class that decide to go into sauna at the spa. You see, so is that also a way of getting toxins out of our system?
Oh, yes, it is. Especially the infrared saunas. They're very good because you need to sweat out the toxins because they've accumulated over several years.
Okay.
So it helps to sweat it out. And then as you sweat it out, you have to be drinking a lot of water, especially as you mentioned your hydration partner. You have to drink a lot of water to wash out the toxins.
Okay, so now I get to understand it. It means that part of your lifestyle that you need to consider right now is you do the onion at home, at least to reduce the toxins in the air, or you go to the beach. After which, if you can go to the spa, to have the sauna, then it means you're getting toxins out of your own system. The onion or the garlic that you place in your home is to get it out of the atmosphere. It does not get it out of you. You get it? So
Yes,
there are different ways of getting toxins out. So first, you can get it out in the environment, but you still have got toxins inside of you. But another way of getting the toxins out of you is to go in for the sauna bath, the infrared type that you talked about.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so we are gradually bringing it home. So why does somebody need to have a detox? One, I get it, that is because we need to get off the bad things that have got into us. Is there anything else? Does it prolong our life? What does it do to the quality of our lives?
Well, it improves the quality of our lives by giving us more energy.
Okay.
Because as you realize that as we've accumulated toxins in our bodies, we feel sluggish, we feel tired most of the time, and then we'd also would have so much fatigue. It would be difficult for us to accomplish all of our tasks during the day.
In other words, you're mentioning that there are symptoms because you may not really know that you've gotten to the point where you need to get a detox. So there are certain symptoms that you begin to experience, and then you know that it's time for you to get a detox. And that has to do with feeling sluggish, feeling tired. Is that it?
Yes. That's
Okay.
right.
And what again? So that they
and
write
then
it
having
down.
a pain in the right side of the abdomen.
Okay.
Could also have that. You could also have skin breakouts of acne and rashes. You could also have skin discoloration. You could be fair as a child, but then your skin starts getting darker as you age. So all of that shows that you have more toxins building up in your body.
Okay, all right. So if you're experiencing some of these symptoms, then it means that you have to begin to consider looking the detox side of life. You have to consider it. Okay. So that means that the more we accumulate these toxins, the more we expose ourselves to hazards. We can fall sick easily, and this would affect our immune system. Is that what it is?
Precisely. That's very true. And you realize that such people tend to fall sick almost most of the time. They are sick. They have so many complaints about the quality of life that they're undergoing so many problems, and some people even have to face surgeries for complications like cancers and so on. But the main reason that we suggest that people should have detoxes is because they need to cleanse their digestive system.
Okay.
And apart from the digestive system, we also need to have a detox of the liver, the lungs, the skin, and the kidneys.
Okay, great. So I was coming to that. So when we detox, is it the same thing as having a cleansing of our colon? When you cleanse your colon, it's not the same thing
than that.
Because sometimes people think that cleansing of the colon, it also means to also have a detox. So detoxing is different from having to cleanse your colon. So with detoxing, it means you are taking out toxins from your liver, your kidney, your skin, and where else again did you mention?
Your digestive system.
Your digestive system.
Yes.
Okay. And when we're doing colon cleansing, it has to do with the large intestine.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. All right. So how early should we consider detoxing? Because we do not want to wait till we begin to experience what you mentioned, you know, getting tired and all of that, or even falling sick. We want to be able to be prepared, because that's what everybody is learning now. COVID-19 has taught us to be prepared. That's why we want to prepare ourselves now ahead of time to get our detoxes right. So as a child, is that when we should start getting our detox?
Yes, it would help, but that would be a gentle form of a detox. So as mothers, it would be best to introduce children to smoothies and to drinks made from fruits and maybe a few vegetables like cucumber.
Okay.
So that the children will be more used to that than the sweetened beverages that they've been taking.
Yes. Yeah, because most of us are really guilty of it. If the child has to go to school, even they're not going now, at home they'll still ask you for their drinks and their snack, and we'll always give them the carbonated, you know, soft drinks or carbonated juices. So those should not be the option. We should rather try to introduce them to smoothies, and this will get to help them to get out the toxins they may have ingested, you know, from anywhere, could have picked up from anywhere. So
That's
smoothies
true.
is the way. So it means that right from childhood, we need to begin to introduce the children to ways of getting a detox. Well, for you who is an adult already, who hasn't really, you know, started this routine, fear not. It doesn't mean it's the end of the road for you. You can still start your detox, and we're going to be getting more information about how you can start and then how you can sustain it and then continue it after all. Okay? All right. Okay. So we're going to be finding that out right after this commercial break. When we return, a lot more will be discussed. Do stay tuned. And you're welcome back to eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. We've got a message from Sankofa Natural Spices, and it says, eating healthy is no longer a luxury. It is a necessity. Eat less sugar, less salt, less artificial foods. Read the label always to know what you are eating. If you need spices that is truly natural and gives great taste and aroma, choose Sankofa Natural Spices. Sankofa Natural Spices is 100% natural, made in Ghana with our own local spices, like I mentioned earlier. And we are looking at spices like Esro Wisa, Ifom Wisa, Nkete, ginger, that is what we call Akakedro, Prekese. They are all truly natural, and these ingredients have been put together to make you enjoy Sankofa Natural Spices. So, mommy, papa, brothers, sisters, and loved ones, eat well. Also, yay for a better life. Use Sankofa Natural Spices for your stews, soup, jollof, chicken, and beef. Sankofa natural spices. Bibiara ye natural. Oh my God. For bulk purchase, contact 0555 603 143 or 0555 603 153. So if you haven't tried Sankofa natural, spices, please go right now to your vendor and request Sankofa and push out all those other ones that have been in your cupboard, and that showcase. Push it to the side and display. I want to what to be push all the other ones away and display Sankofa, because you know what time it is. Okay, so before we went on the commercial break, we were talking about how to know when to start your detox. So for children, we're made to understand that we need to introduce natural fruits to them, and that has to do with smoothies. So you start gently. You don't have to put together all the fruits, just maybe two fruits for a start, and then as the child gets used to it, then you introduce another fruit again to it, just for variety and for the child to be able to absorb much more. So for the adult who hasn't been detoxifying himself, or who hasn't really engaged in detox, we said that there's no cause for alarm. You can still start anytime, okay? But we are suggesting that you start now. But before this adult starts, we heard from the information gathered on social media about some people thinking that getting a detox could expose you to cancer. What would you say about this?
Well, actually, the opposite is true, because as you leave the waste from all your meals from years back in your colon, you could actually rather have colon cancer or any other form of cancer, because as there's more constipation and so much toxin inside your bowels, your circulation is very poor.
Okay.
And then it would affect the way your cells would reproduce themselves.
Okay, in other words, you're saying that the actual situation here is that the more toxins you leave in your body is, the tendency for you to be exposed to even getting the cancer. Not getting rid of it, because what people were saying more was like getting rid of it was going to expose you. But here, Abba Esuman is saying that the opposite rather is the case. If you do not detox, you are exposing yourself to situations like this. And that's not what we pray for. We want you to keep watching eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. So detox, detox, detox. Get the toxins out of your system so that you get to enjoy our show even more. So what do you have to say about some of the chemicals we apply? Because right now we are talking about adults trying to detox, but we have got adults, women especially, who are engaged in practices that exposes them to toxins. Let's take, for instance, bleaching of the skin.
Yes.
And certain choices we make around our skin, maybe having to get tattoos or, things that we do to ourselves to expose ourselves. So what would you say we should consider? What do we really need to know about these things to know how we are going to, get ourselves better prepared about getting a detox?
It would be best to go natural as much as possible, to eat a lot more whole foods, a lot more superfoods, a lot more green and leafy vegetables. And then it's for people who've had tattoos and all kinds of chemical additives to their food, it's best to switch to having natural food as much as possible. Yes.
Okay, so these natural foods, which you're going to be telling us in the course of the program, is what is going to help them to get a detox, at least naturally.
Yes.
Okay.
Because both diet and exercise, an increase in exercise would really help with detoxing the body. Remember that the body already has organs that help with natural detox. That's the liver, kidney, the digestive system, and then the lungs.
Okay, so the body naturally does it.
Yes, but when there are too many toxins in the body, then the body cannot.
It can, yeah, okay.
That,
so you need to help the body and not weigh it down with too much toxins. That's why you need to actually introduce your natural ways of getting the toxins out of your system.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, so meaning that some adults who are actually engaged in practices that are exposing their bodies to, these toxins, I mean, it's time or about time to consider something else and go natural. And maybe for now, just stop whatever practice it is that you're carrying out, and then see what the difference is, and then maybe to help you to make a better decision. Okay, so let's say the person who wants to change his or her lifestyle now, okay, the person doesn't want to engage in those practices. Maybe the person used to smoke, and this is something that brings in, gets you to ingest toxins. The person has stopped this habit, and then maybe the person is no longer using the kind of chemicals that will expose them. And when we started the program also, you mentioned the fact that certain scoring powders and cleaning agents also contribute to our exposure to these toxins. So how do we ensure, because for women, a lot of us do this cleaning, a lot of us do it, and for some of the men who are watching us too, maybe you're also involved in the cleaning as well. So how do we get to protect ourselves when we know that we are actually exposed to it through our cleaning, agents? What do you suggest we do?
In order to protect the skin from absorbing those toxins, it's best to wear gloves.
Okay.
Especially when you're cleaning the bathroom and then the kitchen.
Okay.
Unfortunately, for washing, when you're washing by hand, you wouldn't be feeling so comfortable with the gloves. So it's best to at least limit the absorption of the toxins by wearing gloves.
By wearing gloves to do the washing. Okay, all right. Well, that's good information. So let's say that this adult that we're talking to right now has decided to also take these precautions. Can the person just jump into the detox, or are there certain things the person has to consider first? Because maybe the person has not been engaged in detox before, so maybe if you just zoom in, you could end up injuring yourself. So is there something mild you have to start, or is there a regimen? How do we get into the system of getting a detox?
Well, first of all, it's best to start by drinking a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
It's best to drink, for men, it's best to drink at least 7 bottles of the 500 ml Baltic bottle. Yeah. And then that'll be
say that again. At least you need to take
7 bottles of this. That's 3.5 liters.
Okay, the entire day, about 7 bottles.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. So remember, you've got to take your Voltic really seriously. You need about 7 bottles of this to be consumed, as part of the process of getting a detox. You need to get 7 bottles into your system in a day. Okay, so that's really wonderful. So it's going to help the person to be able to zoom into detox. So getting a detox starts with a lot of hydration.
Yes, it does. For ladies, it will be 2.5 liters. So that would be 5
liters.
bottles.
5 bottles for the women. Okay. So 5 bottles ain't that hard. It's not at all. So get your Voltic, packs of Voltic at home so that you take, 5 bottles in a day. So you could even spread it. You take maybe 1.5, morning, afternoon, evening. It will be very easy. And sometimes even when you're watching TV, you could just be sipping on it, And the reason why we are asking or telling you the measurement in terms of bottles is because it makes it easier. If we do not tell you what it is in these bottles and we say maybe glasses, you may be wondering what size of glass, what kind of glass am I going to be using? But in the bottle, we all know the Voltic bottle. So you just pick up your Voltic bottle and know that, okay, I've consumed my 5 bottles for the day. All right, anything else we need to also consider for detox?
We also have to replace coffee with either dark cocoa.
Dark cocoa.
Yes.
Okay.
Or having at least 2 to 3 cups of green tea every morning.
Every morning.
Because that would help the body to also release the toxins as well. Both green tea and then dark cocoa have diuretic functions, so they help you to go to the washroom more often and to remove the toxins.
And that is not a problem, because sometimes people who actually face this situation feel it's a problem when they have to go use the loo all the time. So it means that it's actually your body getting rid of toxins?
Yes, it is. That's the new normal.
That's the new normal. So the more water you take in, the more you have to visit so that you get the toxins that have, gotten inside of you out of your system. All right. Okay. So what kind of let me say products, because now we are looking at Made in Ghana month here in our station and across all GMABC platforms. We are looking at how we can get this detox naturally and by actually using products that are around us to be able to get this detox. So at least first, you've mentioned that smoothies are also one very good way of getting our detox. And we plant a lot of fruits and vegetables here in Ghana. So you need to begin to consider your fruits and your vegetables. Water also has been mentioned as part of what you need to add to the list when you want to get a detox. So what again do we find around us that is a natural product that we could use for detox?
Well, we could have warm water and add at least half a lemon or a full lemon to it. So
okay.
Because the lemon is also found in Ghana. And once you do that, it helps to cleanse the liver as well.
Okay.
And then for ladies, you can also do Kegel exercises.
The Kegel exercise, yes. We always see that on the internet. How does that work? What do you have to do when you have to do Kegel exercise?
Basically, you have to raise your pelvic floor. I'm actually doing it right now.
Okay.
But it's something that you can't see.
But you can feel it.
Yes, you can feel that.
Okay.
It tightens basically your VJ. And in addition to that, it helps to cleanse the bladder as well and to make sure that all of the lower abdomen is in working order.
Oh, okay. So the Kegel exercise is something that wherever you are, you could just do it. You know, just tighten up, the pelvic what?
The pelvic floor.
The pelvic floor. You just tighten it up and then it's actually doing the cleansing in there for you.
Yes.
So how do you know it's doing the cleansing? It means you need to you'll be using the loo a lot of times?
That's one thing. And then as ladies have given birth, that area becomes loose and it's not so effective.
Okay.
And then so it leads to incontinence of the urine.
Okay.
And then also as ladies enter menopause, the older they get, the more they also have problems with that. So the bladder is strengthened when you do Kegel exercises. So
a Kegel exercise is not just for young people, it's for the old and it's for the really elderly kind of people too. So it's good for every woman then.
Yes,
oh, wow. That's wonderful. So, okay, I'm going to be practicing my Kegel exercise right now as we have this conversation. All right. So, now we know about the lemon, and I think a lot of Ghanaians are really practicing that, but they may not really know that it's detoxing them. They may not have an idea. They think that, okay, it's for weight loss and all of that. But aside the weight loss, it's also getting you to have a detox when you have your lemon and then water. Okay, and this water has to be lukewarm or it has to be room temperature warm? What kind of?
It should be warmer, let's say at least roughly about 35 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
So it should be as warm as you would have your Milo.
Okay, as long as I have my Milo. Okay.
Yes.
There was this time that we had certain people moving around and they were saying things like, okay, we've got a particular gadget that gets to detox you. So you need to put your feet inside that gadget and then some kind of water is poured into a bowl and then you're told that if the color of whatever is coming out of your body is brown, it means a certain kind of ailment is leaving your body. If it is black, it means a certain kind of ailment is also leaving your body. So they actually they graded the colors and they said that you're getting a detox with that machine that they were going around with. I haven't been seeing them in recent times, but I remember so well that I saw a lot of people in crowded places getting to detox by this method. Did you experience that? And what exactly is it? Is it something that is for real? Is it true?
From what I saw of it, it wasn't actually for real.
Okay.
It seemed more that the equipment wasn't doing what it claimed to do. Because from various sources of research that I've done, it was salt added to water and then the clients will put their feet into it.
Yes.
And then you'd see various colors coming out, maybe orange or green, and sometimes even flecks of metal pieces in the water.
In the water.
But apparently, most of them were not actually detoxing the person.
Wow.
It seemed more like something else.
Okay.
Like a fluke. let's just say.
Okay, so we really need to be very careful when people come out to say they've got, means of getting you to have a detox. You must not follow everything you see or hear. You need to ensure that you've got your research right before you get yourself involved in methods like that. Just like it's been said, those things were actually not getting you to have a detox. So a lot of people must have paid for this service believing that they have gotten a detox. Meanwhile, nothing actually happened in terms of getting you getting you to have a detox. Okay, so now let's look at this part. When one gets a detox, what happens to the person? Yes, we know that internally you get a better, or the quality of life improves. Do you glow? Is there something people see and they know that, wow, you're living good? What actually happens to you when you get a detox?
Basically, let me use the example of a car. You change the oil, you realize that the engine is working properly, you change the air filters and the oil filters. In the same way, the human body is a machine, and it has to be helped to work in tip-top condition. So once you do a cleanse, straight away you'd realize that you're glowing from within. Your skin is much smoother. There are no breakouts, there's no acne, there's no rash, and then all the skin discoloration or darkening is reversing. You're actually now having your natural color, and you'd feel it from the energy level. You realize that you have a lot more energy, and you'd sleep better. There'll be no irritating bouts of insomnia.
Okay.
You wouldn't wake up in the middle of the night sweating and then wondering when you'd be able to sleep again. And having a good night's sleep is very good even for a normal detox that you can do at home. It's best to sleep at least 6 to 7 hours a night.
Okay.
Because from the hours of 1 to 3 a.m. is the time that the liver works to detoxify the body naturally.
Okay.
So if you don't have enough sleep, naturally means that the body wouldn't detoxify properly.
Okay, awesome. We are going for another commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be opening the phone lines. So if you have a question, please get it ready, because we're going to give you answers right after the commercial break. Do stay tuned. And you're welcome back. We said we're going to be opening the phone lines right now so that you get to call in and ask your question. So the phone lines are going to be announced right now on your screen so that you get to call us. But before it comes up on your screen, I'd like to ask a question that somebody has put across on Facebook right now. The person is asking if living bitters can be used, for detox.
Well, yes, you can use it. It's just that as much as possible, make sure that whichever herbal supplement you're using is FDA approved.
Okay.
And then as much as possible, check with your doctor as well to make sure that it's safe for you.
It's safe for you, okay.
And then ladies who are pregnant should not undergo a detox.
Ladies who are pregnant should not undergo a detox. Living bitters is good for detox, but just ensure that you talk to your doctor for them to be able to, certify that that particular living bitters is good for you specifically. And also ensure that you get one that is FDA approved. There are so many living bitters brands in the market, but ensure you go for the ones that have been approved by the FDA. And right now we have the phone lines on the screen. It's 0555 657278. 0555 657278. So give us that call, okay? All right, so now how can we make it easy to absorb nutrients that are going to get us to detox? So let's say when it comes to drinks, you mentioned that we could make smoothies. Are there other things that we could also do in terms of drinks to be able to, sit down, watch TV, and then we'll just be sipping on the drink and also be detoxing?
Oh, yes. I've already mentioned green tea and dark cocoa as warm drinks. You could also have smoothies. The difference between the smoothie and the drink basically is the amount of fiber that's inside. So you could have a cucumber and pineapple smoothie, for example.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Moses Kwao. I'm calling from Mataiko, Afienya.
Okay, Moses Kwao from Mataiko, Afienya. Okay, good. So please, do you want to ask a question or make a contribution?
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, my question is, you talk about the lemon and then warm water.
Yes.
I want to know whether you take it before eating or you eat before taking it.
Okay, so she's going to take that question for you. So when is the best time to consume lemon and water?
It's best to have it on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning.
On an empty stomach, first thing in the morning.
At least 30 minutes before a meal.
At least 30 minutes before a meal. So I hope, Moses, you've been able to get the answer to your question. And we would like to hear. Good. We would like to hear the feedback and how rejuvenated you feel, after weeks of getting yourself detoxed. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right. So we're talking about the drinks that we could make, whilst getting ourselves, to get to detox.
And we could also add parsley because parsley is a very good cleansing agent. It's a green leaf that we can get from the market. And we could also get, in addition to that, we could have beetroot and pineapple.
Beetroot and pineapple.
Yes, you can juice that as well and drink. That's a naturally sweet drink.
Okay. So watermelon, what would you say about watermelon? Because we have a lot of watermelon here in Ghana, so we should also be consuming it. We also hear that sometimes too, when you take the seed, I do take the seed, it really tastes good. We hear that it's also got some medicinal, components that help you to also detox as well.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
The seeds are very good.
The seeds are really good.
Yes, and also egusi, that's pumpkin seeds.
Okay,
egusi. They're also very good.
Okay, it's also very good, eh?
Yes, for detoxing as well. And it also helps with deworming as well.
Okay, it feels like we have another caller. Hello?
Oh, good evening.
Good evening. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Naku, calling from Accra.
From Accra. Okay, please, your question or contribution.
Yes, I must say, the way the ladies handling the issues, those issues with lastness, which really the point out is very to keep it up. The host you are fantastic.
Thank you.
And the fact that you mentioned the colon cleansing is very important because I understand that most diseases start from the colon.
Okay.
So once you tackle these things from the colon, it helps solve many problems in your body functions at optimum. So thanks for the dedication. Keep it up.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And keep watching eTVGhana's African Women's Voices show. All right. Okay, so we're talking about watermelon. So we could also consume watermelons, and it's something we can also give to our children as well because it's quite a sweet drink.
Yes, it's just that we shouldn't add more sugar to the smoothies or drinks that we've already mentioned. Okay. We should try our best to, if there's a sweetener that has to be done, added, it's best to add natural honey.
Wow.
And of course, we also have that in Ghana.
Yes. So our Made in Ghana month has been very exciting as we've talked about how to get ourselves a detox using, products and herbs that are found around us. So that watermelon that you used to discard, please enjoy the watermelon now. The beetroot, the parsley, the green tea, do not look away from them anymore. Enjoy your smoothies and ensure that you're consuming a lot of made in Ghana food items because these foods help you to get a detox. However, it's time for us to say goodbye because it's 1 hour already. So we want to say a very big thank you to all our sponsors. Vortic, thank you so much. Now we know that we need to keep ourselves hydrated consistently with Vortic because it helps us to get a detox. I also want to say a very big thank you to Awo's Hair for making me look lovely and Ghanaian in this Made in Ghana month of GMABC. And the hashtag is Ghana Month on GMABC. Hashtag Ghana Month on GMABC if you want to say anything to us, you know, about our Made in Ghana Month. I also want to thank Chana Sheto, your #1 pepper sauce. Thank you so much. And the newest baby on the block, Sankofa Spices. Thank you so much for giving us natural herbs and spices that make our body rejuvenated, that get us to get a detox. Because you mentioned that Sankofa spices are made of prekese. Prekese is a very good local herb that gets us to have a detox. But whenever we finish the show, our sponsors always like to put a smile on the face of the guest. So, first presentation is the one we're going to be giving to you right now. This lovely cake here. Director, can we have a picture of the lovely cake? It was actually given to us by Albi Bite Catering Services. Albi Bite says, have a piece of this cake, and as you enjoy it, put your orders across and let people know that her cakes are actually one of the best on the market. She's also good catering for, you know, local and continental dishes. No matter the number of people you are looking out for, she can handle that order. So please, you have a cake from Albi Bites. You also have packs of water from Vortic, and you also have a pack of Chana Sheto, and Sankofa will also give you some packs of natural spices. Thank you so much for being with us on the show. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So if people want to reach out to you on Facebook, please, where should they go?
Abba Wellness Healthy Living Group.
Abba.
Abba Wellness Healthy Living Group.
Okay.
Or Abba Isuman on Facebook.
Okay.
Or Abba Wellness. And my website is www.abbawellness.com.
Thank you very much. Okay, so see you same time next week at 8 p.m. The repeat broadcast is shown to you on Saturdays at 12 noon. See you. Bye-bye.